is amazing. I wonder why you let people come here. Bring people here.
It's a stunning place. There's only one trouble is our usual ghost group wouldn't go near the place.
Really?
No, they don't like it.
Why the energy in this place is
They don't like it one bit.
Doesn't feel nice, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah?
Yeah?
5 years and 8 months.
Oh.
Yeah, it's strange because a lot of them are just children. It's so strange. So that one there is also 9 years old, that one.
Twin?
Yeah. Only another one, 6 years.
6 years.
Died June.
Have we got the name for them?
The first one up here is Marjorie
Lockwood.
Marjorie Kathleen Lockwood.
Well, that's interesting because...
Twin daughter.
Did you say Margaret?
Marjorie.
Marjorie. Oh my God, that's the one that that Sonia picked up on.
Yeah, that's
5 years old.
5 years, 3 months is that? Or 8 months? That's that 3 or 8.
Born in August, died in April, so
Yeah.
5 years and 8 months.
Bless.
What's the other ones?
It's also Rowena Rebecca,
Rowena.
age 16.
No, we definitely hadn't had a Rowena.
Age, is that 16 there?
18.
Is it 18? She's young and...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bless.
It's amazing just how young they all are. The only thing I can think of is if as a family, they must have actually caught something that went through the whole family. I guess. Nasty if so.
What year was that? 1905.
She died.
1905, I suppose you could get scarlet fever and something like that.
That was a killer then, wasn't it?
It was indeed. And that literally went through families.
One of my brothers, I think it was Gary, had it when he was a child, but survived that.
Lucky.
I think that's the one, scarlet fever, yeah. Sorry for walking.
Yeah, this one's Samuel's grave, that one there.
The one there?
Yeah, close. That one.
I can't see very well.
You can't. It's so difficult now because when the chalk was there you could see it, but...
Samuel. S-A-M-U-E-L.
Mm-hmm.
Sanders.
I think it's Sanders or Sanderson, if I remember rightly. Shall we go round the back of the church?
Yeah.
I was going to say, could we go round that?
Let's go round the back of the church, shall we? Excuse me.
Where's the other light torch?
I'll wait until you're all together. What do you think of the old place?
It's a lovely old church, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? The stuff we had from here is amazing.
So a lot of people get the pain in the right and the left arm in there.
Yep.
Do
Yeah.
you know what it was?
Nope. No idea at all. Not a clue. So it's just one of the things that happen. People get that pain over the eye,
Yeah.
and they also get it down the arm.
Yeah.
So it's well known. That's the only thing we get from it.
Yeah.
It's 5 or 6 people who now had that.
Yeah. So I didn't feel the sadness or
Hmm.
anything like that, but
felt that.
I wonder.
physical
Felt that
pain.
in that little room.
Yeah, you did, didn't you? I wonder now where we are now is in the medieval church.
But this is part of the original church, was it?
This is medieval one. Yeah, where we are now.
Yeah.
Isn't
that a maple leaf?
Yeah, yes indeed. Oak, actually, sorry. Maple oak. I would guess more than maple leaf because we don't really get maple around
No,
here
we
in this
don't,
country,
do
do we? So I'd say more likely be oak.
It's ringing.
Sorry?
It is really ringing.
Uh-huh.
Something happened behind it.
Could be. Hmm?
I've seen them before somewhere.
Rosie.
A little.
I didn't make out what this meant to be.
At least it's not a gargoyle.
No, we ain't got no gargoyles.
Kitchen, not Tunstall one, the other one.
Have you been to Tunstall?
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, hello Tunstall. That's where I live.
Yeah, I said to Mum we'll bring you down there one day. We love that place.
Did you ever get anything from it? Ghosty wise? Because I felt strange every so often before I
Yeah.
actually knew what it
Weird
was.
picture.
Yeah,
Yeah. Have you shown any of that?
I'd certainly like to see that, so you could send that to us over Facebook. That'd be brilliant.
Yeah.
Take this off the flat mode and I'll get the picture.
Because I wouldn't be able to see it with my own eyes, because my eyes are terrible.
Yeah, oh, you definitely see this.
Hmm. We're now inside here as the medieval church.
Oh, really old, can't you?
Maybe not.
Well,
No signal.
the Hot Boys Church, when I was looking at the walls, I thought, I just they look Roman.
And there's a
Some
room.
of the walls looked Roman. So I
There's
thought,
a Roman tile in there.
yeah, and I thought, seriously, I wouldn't have thought this was Roman. But when I looked it up, it has got Roman brickwork in it.
Yeah, it has.
Did there used to be gravestones behind
We don't think there's been
here?
this.
Or graves behind here?
We know that there's one here.
Part of the wall come down.
They don't look like part of the wall, Mum.
No, it doesn't. They are in.
It's relatively quiet this today. Usually it's boom out. Energy.
Wow.
It's William Pooley's.
That's why you brought us behind here.
It's nice, isn't it?
Wow.
It's stunning.
It's Sorry for standing over.
To be someone of importance.
With affectionate remembrance of the Reverend William Weller Holy.
Got a lace wing.
Little what, say?
A lace wing in the camera.
Also his only child, Mary Elizabeth.
Died a year later.
I just feel a bit naughty treading on the grave. Right?
Yeah, the only thing of it is, it's the only way to actually be able to see it.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
So if you want to actually see who it is, you've got to.
But of this parish.
So are they both buried here?
Yeah.
Are they all buried here?
The ones in the tomb, yeah. Inside there.
Oh,
He's 40 years young as well, isn't it?
Certainly is.
Also of his only child.
and also Margaret. So they're all here.
1899. I was 89, that was a good age.
Remember well, yeah.
You'd have to excuse me if I give him a slap.
So he died. And he,
Oh no,
he died
Born
in
in
1887.
He was born in 1814, so it's 73.
and his only child died a year later.
Yeah.
And she died
10 years later.
Oh,
So she was losing her daughter and her husband.
bless her. Oh my God. This sounds going out.
It's amazing, but it's all marble, isn't it?
Gorgeous, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Sorry. He's obviously a well-loved man.
Yeah, indeed.
So would he have took this place on after
What's that?
this reverend? Did he then take on this church after?
Yeah, there's a few down from there. Because Reverend Richard Kendall, he was here in the 1600s. So, what are we getting about here? Are we getting anything around in this area here?
I just keep getting like graves, like somebody who's been buried here.
Mm-hmm. There's a young girl been buried here. Unmarked, but
See, I'm going back to him.
Was she one of the victims?
we don't think so, because she's too young. She's a child.
Right.
But you said you were getting what?
Well, some of them, I think he buried a couple here,
Couple.
but found it very risky.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he
Ooh,
then
that's a
started
hit.
taking them away.
Possible.
Did he nearly get caught, or did he nearly get found out about it, or it's like
You
it's
see, the
very-
thing, as I say, in today's world, it sounds horrendous, but then,
But back then it was
God's work.
yeah. He wasn't ever questioned.
Mm-mm. What he was doing at that point, he thought he was doing what he was doing, thought he was doing was right. By basically trying to wipe out prostitution. Ooh, it's a cold breeze come through there.
Just as you said that.
Yeah,
no.
exactly. Exactly.
Why is there so many kids
Nothing about this tree here then. About that one.
Yeah,
Strange, isn't it?
keep feeling. That's why when I walked up here, it was like,
It's a very gnarly old tree, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think that's the actual main tree that actually happened, but there's probably one beforehand, but...
someone tied to it,
Yep.
arms round it,
Yep.
that way, like this.
Like, isn't it?
Like,
Not quite like that, it's the other way round. So
other way.
looking... Yeah, that's the one that we got, so the actual arms were then spread round.
yeah, like that.
Yep. What are you getting from else?
Hot,
Hmm?
hot,
Hot.
hot
Mhm.
noise. Yeah, it doesn't feel very nice. You can stand there. You go.
Definitely feel a warmth in my arm. In my right arm.
Yeah,
Right now, the right hand side.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say it was hot, but I can feel
like
warmth.
a warmth. K2's going in.
K2? Kill.
Again. Oh, well done, you're moving the K2. You can move these lights. Can you take it up to red? Can you hear us?
There we go.
Hello?
Hi there.
Oh well, thank you.
Definitely strong.
Very strong.
Are you the lady that was tied to the tree?
I'll have to ask, is this Nicole? So I know, Nicole, you like to play with the lights. Nicole? Let's see it down, see it's talking.
I feel like she was there for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
But-
K2
Okay.
again.
Thank you. Was he there
Thank you.
for a while? She was killed out here. She was murdered out here.
You say she was murdered, any idea of how? How do you think she was murdered?
Was she burnt as a witch?
No. And witches were never burnt in England.
Was stones thrown at her?
No.
I was wondering if the heat had
I'm
something.
getting like stones being something hitting her, like not just in one place. I'm on about like
Might possibly been earlier on. You never know what might have happened. Yeah, witches were never burnt in England, not one. They were all hung.
as you was, before you even said that, I'm like she strangled.
Yeah, she was. Rope around the neck, and then he just pulled the actual rope.
Oh, right, so strangled rather than snap the neck.
Yep. curse at that time. That's the strangulation method of hanging. So in which case, it's basically tie a person, rope round the neck, pull it, and then tie it, and then they're off the ground. And that can take anything up to 15 minutes to 2, half knot dive, slow strangulation.
She was just left here for a while.
That's what you were saying when you said about that she'd been here for a while. But yeah, I mean, so we had 3 mediums pick up on that.
Very strong. You can feel like the energy is very strong, so I can see why.
Whether that was that same tree or not, or there was one near to it that was here beforehand, I don't know.
Could have been.
No,
I
I
should
think
imagine
it's
this is
this,
very old
yeah.
tree though, isn't it?
That certainly looks
The
old.
energy is
Ah.
definitely here.
Isn't it quite a quick growing tree?
Mhm.
It's like
Yeah.
a pine, isn't it?
Mhm.
So this tree might not be as old as it looks.
Mhm. Exactly. But yeah, you've been picking up stuff tonight, and they're all correct to what we picked up before.
So good, I love a night like this. Well, when I say practicing, I mean I am a proper medium.
Bless you.
Right, I'll book you from a pub then.
Definitely, you've got to do that.
People very, very often ask me if I'm a medium being a ghost hunter, and I always answer, no, I'm an extra large.
I'm using that one.
I'm extra small. I wish.
Yeah, I wish I was a medium.
I'm medium.
Brilliant. Yeah, quite medium. I feel like she was hurt a lot though before she actually got
Quite
strangled.
possible.
I imagine the strangulation way of being hung would be very painful.
It's horrendous. Horrendous. Oh, no. That's gone off again, but it won't. You to think about it, you're just
Crazy to think
hanging there like
things
that.
like that happen.
Hands behind your back, feet together.
Do you know what I mean?
You're just
Yeah.
there until you actually die a slow strangulation. While you've got strength, you can actually move about.
Mm.
But once you lose, that's when the rope take over.
Mm. But I keep seeing a lot of feet tied and hands tied.
You will do
Feet and
here.
hands at the same time. Like a lot, especially in there, a lot of like that.
Mhm.
So he must have tied up his victims. Like,
It's very often we've been getting EVPs saying for them to be tied. Better tie.
really?
You better tie her. You got to tie her.
Oh,
Sometimes that's men, sometimes that's women. That's the woman that's saying it.
was there a woman helping him then?
Yeah, Thelma. Yeah, she was the one that was bringing the prostitutes to the church.
Really?
She was gaining the trust. She would bring them to the church, and that's when Kendall and Walter would take
Walter.
over. Yeah.
See, it was all planned.
Yeah.
He had it all had it all planned out. He knew exactly what he was doing.
Indeed.
Very clever man.
So yeah, the EVPs that we had, one of the EVPs that we got, you hear one we think is Walter coming in, you go, she sure look pretty. You then hear this girl's choke and sob, and you hear his voice come in, this is gonna hurt. So that's the kind of...
It's so sad and it's so moving.
Mm-hmm.
Bless him.
And that's one of the EVPs that we had. The other one was You Better Tie Her. Loads of them that we've been getting. There's killer, killer, killer. So
You
as, you,
get some of that.
so as you can see, it's quite a few nasty ones that we've been getting from the old church. In fact, if you put in Avery Eddie, that's my YouTube site.
Oh, you've got a YouTube site?
Yeah, Avery Eddie.
Oh.
A sort of mixture between ghost hunting
Yeah.
and nature.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, that's cool.
Write that
I'll have a
down.
look at it, yeah.
Avery, you know Avery, the stone circle,
Oh yeah.
the
yeah.
village surrounded by the henge.
Right, yeah.
That's Avery.
Yeah.
A little space and then Eddie, E-D-D-I-E.
Oh,
Right.
look that
Look
up.
at that one. Have you been to Stonehenge?
Yeah,
That's one place I'd love to go. I've never
it's
been.
wonderful. But the main place that's the best is Avery, by far. Stonehenge, you can't get into.
It's all
It's
fenced
all-
off,
yeah,
isn't it?
it's roped.
Yeah.
But I always said if I went again, I would go inside regardless because I want to see what it feel like. But
Apparently
Avery,
that energy in that place is crazy, isn't it?
It's the same with the Merry Maidens.
yep,
I used to
Down
play
in the
down there
Morna.
when I was little. And I used
That's
to
another
feel
one
weird
I'd like
things
to-
down
Yeah,
there.
I've done the dowsing rods there. And as you go round each stone with the dowsing rods, they will come in like that. And then I come to one and they flew out. Hit me either side of the arm. I thought,
that's strange.
it's a negative one. And that runs direct in line with two stones that are in the field, about
Wasn't
three
that
fields
meant
up.
to be the Piper and
Piper
the
and his
Wizard
son.
doors? And his son, that's it. Sound of stone.
Never been to the Merry Maidens. I heard it's nice. The only two henges that I've been to is Stonehenge and Avery. Oh, I suppose we could say not a henge though. It's Seahenge before the archaeologists vandalised it.
Sad, isn't it? Isn't that horrible?
It was horrendous. That was my thoughts on that. It should have been left for future future people to be able to see it.
Exactly. Exactly.
And you've got the Lanyon Coit, which is Cornish for the giant's table.
Oh yeah,
And it's
I've
like a
done that.
three-legged giant table. It's huge.
Oh, playing on top of that.
So when you say that's not a dolmen, is it? Does that sound like a dolmen to me?
Dolmen.
Yeah, it's a burial ground, the entrance of a burial ground. But the actual ground here, the actual ground had been taken away of it to make field work.
Could well
And so
be.
you've got like three uprights.
Yeah.
And then with
the
a big
big
front on
round
top.
stone on the top.
That's a dolmen. That's Bronze Age. Bronze Age burial, Tumuli.
Well, all around there's little like stones and stuff,
Yeah.
and there's like circle stones and like all different weird. Yeah, it could have been a burial ground then.
Whereabouts is that?
Oh, that was in Cornwall.
Near St Just,
Yeah.
on the road from Penzance to St Just.
Yeah.
On that.
If you look at the name of the place and put Dolmen along by the side of it, which is D-O-L-M-E-N,
In the end,
Dolmen.
I'll have a look, yeah, because there's quite a few different stones down there. And then there was one down in the woods, wasn't there, at St Berrien?
Yeah, standing
They used to
stone.
hang the witches there at St Berrien. They've still got the steps that go up and the platform,
Well, they
and the
used to
steps
hang
the
on.
other side
Yeah.
going down.
That's a very dark place, though. That didn't have.
Shall we get back inside the
Yeah.
church?
Yeah. Off onto a coffee.
So it's always very active here, or do you get some nights where you just get nothing at all?
It's not very often you don't get nothing.
Who's going mad?
Sorry?
Ooh. It was.
K2?
Just stopped.
Yeah, I was going absolutely mental
Goes
then.
up to red and then just stopped.
Oh, there we go. It's gone really cold there as well. Stop again now. You do that again?
Is it you, Nicole?
Yeah.
Nicole?
Can you
Play
move
with the lights?
stopped now? They weren't really.
I don't know, no idea. Couldn't tell you.
So it's not like it could have even been some sort of epidemic because the year of death is always so far apart.
No idea, couldn't tell you. 1893.
1892.
Is that like the foot thing for that? Was that another gravestone? Sometimes they used to have them at the foot, don't they?
Looking at that, and there's like the foot to this.
Sorry?
They do,
That's
they
the
normally
foot
have one of
to
them at the
this. It seems too long.
Yeah, that's way too long, that's another grave.
This is another little grave.
Yeah, that's be
graves
another
are
one.
placed a bit weird as well, aren't they?
Strange, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't get it. They're just placed very strangely. Why is there a big gap, like, in the middle? And they're so close to the wall.
KT was just on Red Against Hilda.
It is, isn't it?
You stopped every time you look at it.
Well, as soon as you
doesn't
recognise,
matter.
The way, isn't it?
as soon as you recognise it. I'm walking along, I go to the side. Oh, she's just now seen me. I think I'd better move a little bit of distance away. No, no. Ah, there we go. Yeah, again.
Call that on the
It's playing with you, isn't it?
I don't think I've ever seen a church that has such strangely placed
There's not many.
headstone.
There's not many here. But I should imagine there's more than what it's showing there is.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's got to be more.
There's K2 again.
Half.
Look at that,
Thank you.
Really cool.
I'm only moving that one. Stop now. Can you do
Stop.
that again for us?
In a lot of cases I find that they'll do it until they actually get the strength go. And then after that, they sort of have to build up energy again.
Can use our energy
It can indeed.
and that battery energy as well.
Yeah, it always runs that out. Use our energy instead, we need our batteries.
There's one open off the knot. Over here already. Unless it's walked in.
Yeah, like I say, it's one of the main areas. If you want to take theirs.
Which bit on? Hello, we're back. Just how long we were gone? Hopefully.
Oh, I've got on there. Do you want to stop it for me?
Ooh, it's a lot stronger in here, though.
So they see
Right, I'll just get my camera now.